Boker Tov, everybody. So this week's parasha is Pekudei. It's the last chapter of the book of Exodus. And it's really a culminating moment because we've had multiple portions that have been describing the process of building the Mishkan. And here, everything is completed, and we see this cloud descends and it hovers over the Mishkan, and that's supposed to be Shekhinah. That's God's holy presence that's dwelling with the Israelites on their journey. I want to point out that there is a special ceremony that is detailed in this parasha, and it has to do with anointing. So the point when everything is completed, before they initiate the service of the Mishkan, the very first thing you do before all of that is to anoint both the place and the people, the Kohanim, who are about to serve God in the Mishkan, to serve through the order of the sacrifices that are detailed later. But they also take care of the space, right? And they make sure that things are lit and well taken care of. And then also the kelim, all of the vessels that are used in the Mishkan. So people, place, and things, all of the nouns are anointed that are used for the Mishkan, for God's holy dwelling place. And so I want to point out that the process of anointing is probably not something that we think about very much today. It doesn't happen much today, right? Other than perhaps when crowning a new monarch, or I assume in other religious practices, they might perhaps anoint new leaders, such as the Pope, but we don't see it a lot today. I want to point out that the process of anointing in those days, oil was a precious item, a very precious luxury item. And so if you think about the oil that's used for anointing the Kohanim and the Mishkan, it could have been used for fuel or for food, but instead it's used for anointing. And the process of anointing is meant to designate something as being special and holy, to be used for a higher purpose than fuel or food, right? So it's a very special moment. And many of our commentators really view this moment as a sacred wedding between God and the Israelites. Right? So this is a very sacred moment, and it's like the mountain is serving as the chuppah, right? And the Torah is our ketuvah. It's our contract between God and ourselves. So this is a really holy moment, and to see right at the end of this, to see the results of this as the Shekhinah coming down to dwell with us, and that cloud cover was part of our journey throughout those 40 years in the desert. And there might be a sense of uncertainty. You can't see what's in the cloud, but to know that it's there, to know that God's presence is with us while we're wandering in the desert, I think is a beautiful sense of the satisfaction of knowing that that wedding is complete, and that it's not just a wedding, it's a marriage. It's a relationship that lasts. So all of these things, all of these portions that are detailing the building of the Mishkan, the final culminating moment is that wedding, but it's not over. The relationship is ongoing. And to be able to continue building that Mishkan, every time they wandered in the desert, they broke it down, they built it back up exactly the same every time. That shows a real commitment and devotion to making sure that this relationship stays healthy.
Yeah, make the announcement about tonight.
Sure. Tonight's service is a Shir Shabbat service, so a special musical service with guitar because the time has changed. So if anyone wants to join us for Shir Shabbat, our service tonight is at 6 p.m. We do also have our spiels coming up this Sunday. Sunday morning at 11 a.m., the kids' Purim spiel, which is a Barbie spiel, and we have someone right in the back who's in it. Sophie's in the Purim spiel, so want to come support our millionaire Sophie. Come see the spiel. It's at 11 a.m. followed by a dessert reception. And we do also have the adult Purim spiel, which is based on Greece. That's at 7 p.m. also to be followed by a dessert reception. So Lots of desserts to be had on Sunday if you are a fan, and also good to support all our spiel players and the hard work they've been doing. We also do have a lot of events coming up for Purim, so it's next Saturday night is Purim. We have lots of activities going on that night. Just I'll announce it now and we'll repeat it again, but 6:45 p.m. is the time for Mincha next Saturday, not 6, but 6:45. So that's a special time, Mincha. And then we also have the Meshuggah notes coming. I believe there's a registration link for that. So it would be good to know our numbers. So if you plan to attend and you come hear the Meshuggah notes sing, please register for that. And of course, Megillah reading that night, Megillah reading the following morning, both at Minyan and our family reading and the carnival. So lots of activities for Purim. We hope you'll join us.